secondary research practice. We're going to continue talking about this because secondary research is the most practical method of research because a lot of the work has already been done. In this day and age where we're so reliant on the internet, there's massive amounts of data available to you on just about any topic. Not all of it's good, which is where your common sense is going to come into play. And also the focus of exactly what you're looking for, you need to make certain you're getting the information you need to be successful in your business. So it's research already compiled, published, organized by others, reports, especially by government agencies, trade associations, and different businesses. It's secondary, which means it's not collected to answer the research question or your research question. So it may be a forced fit. It may not quite fit. You have to wedge information, and it may not perfectly fit. You may want a topic this big, but you only want that much of it. And by the way, it's not quite that good. That's the problem with it. It's not designed for you. Really, second primary research, where you're talking to people one-on-one or as part of a group, a small group, especially like a focus group, that really gives you spectacular information because you're asking the questions you want to have answered. But it takes time, it takes money, it takes patience. You have to frame the questions properly, drill down for the answers sometimes. But secondary research is already sitting out there. It might be a forced fit, but it might be an easy fit too. It's already in existence, hence quick. It's already paid for. Did you hear what I said? It's already paid for. Yes, if you're in business, you have to watch how much money you're spending. If you're in a small business, if you're in a startup, you have to watch how much money you're paying. Watch your budget. Okay, money, make certain you have it, that you have plenty of cash to burn. And if you can burn it someplace else besides here, life is good. It's already paid for and it's available in abundance, but quality and relevancy may be an issue. Sometimes you can do internal research and find some of the stuff. It may be sitting on the shelves. Somebody else might have already done it in your organization. There's free form. You can have all kinds of text or number mixes as you want to go out there. Sometimes your market research specific, your systemic marketing intelligence, old research reports. There is a lot of information. If you've been in business for longer than 3 years, you will have some data that is reusable almost for certain. Other marketing data, a CRM systems report, a customer relationship model, which is what a CRM is, where you track customers, how many times you had contact with them, what the response was last time, or the lack of response, sales reports, different aspects is sitting out there. Sometimes you can pick it up on the inside of your company through a CRM, sometimes not. Sometimes a sales report from a couple of years ago, you go back and find out the different people, what happened to them, maybe contact them. So it depends where you're at. A lot of research is external at the aspect of the published data, the census. Believe it or not, the census every 10 years in the United States, it has an ample amount of information for you to mine for your organization. You can get all kinds of population figures, especially about demography, to see who your consumers are in your region where you'd be marketing your product. And it depends where you're at. You can also look at census from other countries if you're going to be going out there, and it really helps to get a culture perspective on it. So make certain you know exactly what you're looking for, or if you don't, ask questions about it. A lot of people are happy to talk about their area of expertise because generally people like to help others, and when they don't, maybe there's a fee you pay or whatever. Trade press, general interest, there's all kinds of different syndicated or commercial reports you can pick up, get the data for free. I get the Los Angeles Business Journal all the time. I have never paid for it for the last 4 years. They want me to pay X amount of dollars. They keep on sending it and everything else. I get a lot of data about every 5th issue. I thought, wow, this is spectacular. And they have all kinds of things that pertain to one thing that I'm looking at. Wow, I really like that. But it also keeps me current to what's going on in that business place. Emphasize the data or analysis, depends on what kind of article that you're looking for, or journal. Forbes is a business journal. Wall Street Journal is a business paper. You know what? Between the two of them, they present information a little bit differently. One is very in-depth. The other one has lots of different articles to keep you current. But if you want to dive in, you may want to go get this journal. Sometimes you want to get multiple journals, papers, and you may not read the whole thing all the time to keep current. It might be a matter of it just gives you some more background, and it may have one topic in there, and all of a sudden, wow, you're off on a whole new tangent in business, making a lot more money than you had before. Secondary research, tax records, Social Security data, census data, it's a favorite, electoral statistics, health records, books, journals, other print media. All this is available to some extent out there. So it depends where you're looking. Learn how to look. Go to the county courthouse. You'd be surprised how much information is available to you about your locality and so on by looking at different aspects of it. Census data, I recommend you go take a look. Go shopping in the census and see how much information is out there. There's an awful lot. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, I use that quite a bit in my presentations in the aspect of what's going on in the world of business, anywhere from generational information to regional information to product and service information. So check them all out. Another way of doing things is a good old SWOT analysis. This is probably one of the best tools out there. You're going to look on your internal aspects of your personal strengths and your weaknesses, but you can use that also as the marketing analysis, but not so much the inside, but the outside. What kind of opportunities are out there for you that you haven't tapped into yet? And maybe even more importantly, how many threats do you have? Do you have a competitor closing in on you and you don't know it? A good old SWOT analysis really helps you an awful lot. An internal scan, you look at your own strengths and weaknesses, and the external scan, you look at your opportunities and your threats. You want to build on your strengths and opportunities and work on those weaknesses and threats, because those threats can come by and overwhelm you if they catch you flat-footed. That market analysis is almost invaluable. I recommend every organization do a SWOT analysis at least on an annual basis. Do an honest assessment of your internal and external world that you're in. So research based on documents already created, which is what secondary research is about, and the internal environment carefully, and also take a look at the external environment to make sure nothing catches you blindsided. Take care.